Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. July 12th. Giving up center stage. For without some degree of humility, no alcoholic can stay sober at all. Without it, they cannot live to much useful purpose, or in adversity, be able to summon the faith that can meet any emergency. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 70. Why do I balk at the word humility? I am not humbling myself toward other people, but toward God as I understand Him. Humility means to show submissive respect, and by being humble, I realize I am not the center of the universe. When I was drinking, I was consumed by pride and self-centeredness. I felt the entire world revolved around me, that I was master of my destiny. Humility enables me to depend more on God to help me overcome obstacles, to help me with my own imperfections, so that I may grow spiritually. I must solve more difficult problems to increase my proficiency, and as I encounters life's stumbling blocks, I must learn to overcome them through God's help. Daily communion with God demonstrates my humility and provides me with the realization that an entity more powerful than I is willing to help me if I cease trying to play God myself. Courage to Change, One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, July 12th. Tradition 5 talks about encouraging and understanding our alcoholic relatives. This puzzled me at first. After all, doesn't Al-Anon teach us to focus on ourselves? It seemed to be a contradiction. Maybe the reason for my confusion is that I tended to think in extremes. Either I focused on myself and separated myself completely from the lives of others, or I wrapped myself around those others until I lost myself. Al-Anon helps me to come back to center. I can focus on myself and still be a loving, caring person. I can have compassion for loved ones who suffer from the disease of alcoholism or its effects without losing my sense of self. Encouraging and being kind to others is one way of being good to myself, and I don't have to sacrifice myself in the process. Today's reminder: I am learning how to have saner and more loving relationships. Today I will offer support for those I love and still take care of myself. There is a quote from Benjamin Franklin, and it reads, "If you would be loved, love and be lovable." Just for today, Daily Meditations for Recovering Addicts, July 12th. Patience. We were trapped by our need for the instant gratification that drugs gave us. Basic text, page 25. I want what I want, and I want it now. That's about as patient as most of us ever got in our active addiction. The obsession and compulsion of our disease gave us a one-track way of thinking. When we wanted something, that's all we thought about. And the drugs we took taught us that instant gratification was never more than a dose away. It's no wonder that most of us came to Narcotics Anonymous with next to no patience. The problem is we can't always get what we want whenever we want it. Some of our wishes are pure fantasy. If we think about it, we'll realize we have no reason to believe those wishes will be fulfilled in our lifetimes. We probably can't even fulfill all our realistic desires. We certainly can't fulfill them all at once. In order to acquire or achieve some things, we will have to sacrifice others. In our addiction, we sought instant gratification, squandering our resources. In recovery, we must learn to prioritize, sometimes denying the gratification of some desires in order to fulfill more important long term goals. To do so requires patience. To find that patience, we practice our program of recovery, seeking the kind of full bodied spiritual awakening that will allow us to live and enjoy life on life's terms. Just for today, higher power, help me discover what's most important in my life. Help me learn patience that I can devote my resources to the important things. Today, Emotions Anonymous, July 12th. Reflection for today. Growth is a continual process. There is always something new we can learn. Each time we are willing to risk, we are once again led along the path to a new encounter. As we accept the challenge which the new path brings us to, we often discover abilities we did not know we possessed. Gratitude for our new abilities will expand our freedom and fill us with much joy. Meditation for today. May I never forget to be thankful for my new life. Today I will remember. I will be open. I will take a risk. And I will take time to say thanks. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. July 12th. Balanced inventory. In ACA, we look at our parents' behavior, family roles, rules, messages, abuse, neglect, and how that affects us as adults. We balance the inventory of our family system with a thorough inventory of our own behavior. BRB, which means Big Red Book, page 109. Step 4 may be the first time many of us tell our whole story to someone else. This is a remarkable event, one that leaves us with a sense of wholeness we have never experienced before. The idea we may have been carrying around that we were unlovable is now slowly melting away. One of the wonderful things about ACA is that our fourth step inventory helps us understand where we truly came from and who we're becoming. We accept all of what we were given so that we can decide what to keep. When we take our inventory to make it balanced, recognizing that we are now making our own choices, we are no longer blindly accepting what others have implanted in our minds. We don't have to carry all the abuse and neglect that were passed down to us generationally. The affirmation reads, "On this day I will trust my direction. I have begun to see more clearly that this new path I walk will give me the freedom I deserve." Please share, even with those that you think may not need it. They may have someone that they know who can. Subscribe, like, and most of all, be the you that you are created to be. And know that discovery and recovery is possible, and that you are not alone, one day at a time.